Dave is big on, phones down, heads up. And ever since KSL News Radio's really and KSL Television's grabbed on to zero fatalities, we've been huge on put that phone down. And we're a text heavy show. We like people texting us. We like interacting.
Yep.
Do it with the phone with the car not moving.
Yeah.
Meaning, get to your place, get to that destination, then text somebody. Or my move,
hey,
have
honey,
somebody
text
else do
us.
it. Yes.
Yep.
Or sometimes I'll do the one where, because now I can have the Bluetooth car. Press the old button. I don't even have to leave the hands. Don't even have to leave the wheel. Text KSL, Doug. I think you're full of it, and then send. Boom. Hands don't even have to leave the wheel.
Right.
Now they'd probably even say that's too distracting. The radio's distracting. Are we more distracted now than we ever have been? Are we driving?
Oh, easy.
I think
for
that
sure.
the smartphones certainly are there. But my question is, do we engage in more risky behavior? Because I remember the days of not buckling up in the back of the Suburban and rolling around town and going, yay, this is hilarious. I remember parents not being that interested.
I had full WWF fights in the Econo van.
On the freeway.
On the freeway. Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
I'm glad to
I
hear
dropped
that.
the atomic elbow one
See,
time.
Dave is usually the guy who'll go, my parents always put us in our seatbelts. This is 1978, I'll remind you. We were always in the seatbelts. I'm like, the van didn't even have seatbelts. They get to the point where they
it
go,
was like a semi-latching lap belt. And
Okay,
That's it.
so the question is, are we engaging in more risky behavior now than ever before? And on KSL.com, you can find the article. You can also, via text, hit us up with, we're trying to ask people, what is the most crazy stuff that people are distracted with these days? I think the smartphone is obviously number one.
Yeah.
And I would
How about the lady that I was passing the other day eating sushi with chopsticks?
No.
Eating sushi with chopsticks, because you can go to the supermarket now and kind of get those.
Oh, the classy sushi?
Yeah, the 100% you can trust this sushi.
Excuse me.
Out of the strip mall over on State Street.
Excuse me.
If you're getting your sushi in the strip mall over on State Street,
What is that, gas station sushi? I go to Smith's to get mine. Thank you very much. I can see the gentleman making
but you
it.
can see it. I mean, she's got one hand on with holding the sushi tray, and then she's got the little pinchers over there on the right.
But my favorite is she's still making an attempt to steer with the back of the hand that's holding the container. Okay, so the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety says 87% of drivers have engaged in risky behavior while behind the wheel within the past month.
Okay, what's yours?
I'm not a big. I will
Admit it.
I will search for music.
Yeah.
On the phone.
Yep.
I'll scroll to the show that I listen to or the music that I listen to, hit play, and then I can go.
Yep.
But I have seen people, when you talk about makeup is a big one for the ladies or guys,
Or television personalities.
Or I was gonna say, Kevin Eubank. So
Dave McCann, as he's coming in, he's like, I'm running a little bit late. I just need to get a little foundation on the face.
Dude,
I think I'm going to
break that
pass on
shine
the
up.
rouge this time.
No, I want to know what it is, because they said these are disturbing findings that have come. But they list a couple of things. Being distracted, so distracted driving.
Okay.
I've seen a guy, I saw a lady, the makeup was one, but I saw a lady who had, I don't know what she had. She had the hair dryer, the full-on hair dryer. The hair blower just.
No.
Yeah, which means she has
She has the connector.
She has the
She has the inverter.
Yes.
Which means this isn't just a one-time thing.
I'm like, what?
This is like the
you got
go-to
the 110? You got the 110 outlet in the car going? You might as well.
I think she's actually got the 220. She's like grilling up some burgers over here with
she's running a dryer
Yeah.
in the back. So with all those things that people can be distracted with now, they also list impaired driving, drowsy driving,
Yep.
speeding, running red lights, not wearing seatbelts. So the last 4 or 5 are ones that people have been able to do since cars were available, right?
Yeah.
Drowsy driving, speeding, running red lights, not wearing seatbelts,
Intoxicated. Yep.
being impaired in some way. I think that the state of Utah's penchant for prescription drugs has gotten to the point where you will see a lot more of these incidents where somebody's pulled over and they are not drunk. They are impaired by substances that were prescribed to them. You will see incidences where people are pulled over because they went over that white line for quite a bit of time, and they're pulled over, and the cop finds out that they're just drowsy. You get pulled over nowadays and it's 2016 and your seatbelt's not on, shame on you. Wake up. Because running red lights and trying to beat the traffic, as I saw somebody do today, I'm coming down the hill from the Rice-Eccles Stadium there, coming down, I guess it would be when Foothill turns into 5th South or 4th South there. And a guy, instead of yielding to the traffic, he just goes, boom, I'm going in front of everybody. I got to get to class, right?
Are you sure you weren't watching what happened to me right here on North Temple?
People do it. They just go,
because that happened. I'm like, I'm driving.
Were they going up toward the Capitol?
No, they're heading west on North Temple.
Because I was going to say, legislator, they can do whatever they want. Technically, they can
diplomatic
speed.
immunity.
Technically, they can speed during the session.
No.
Yes, look it up.
No.
And the governor.
Are you making up more stuff? Are you making up new laws?
So the governor one time. Okay.
This is a true story.
This is a true story.
I can't tell your lie face and your truth face look the exact same. Okay, so
that's why I'd be a good one of these guys. I'm your local politician. So here's what I want to ask you, though. Here's what I want to ask you. When you've seen people doing these things on the road, do you correct them? Do you honk?
No, but I give them a real stern look.
But they don't look. They're watching
Netflix.
Yeah, they're watching the new season of Archer or something. What is it? What do you do? Do you honk? And I want people to. How do you interact with people who you know are distracted in driving on the road? Honking.
You're
at
right.
them is
I don't do anything. I'm gutless.
Why not?
I am completely and totally gutless. Do you do something? Yeah, you are totally that guy. Let me guess. Is this your go-to move? A big old, a beep of a honk and then a thumbs up.
Yes, I do. Sometimes
you're like beep.
No. I do it even better. So sometimes if they're just driving poorly, honk, look at them, and I do the thumbs up. I go, you, right? I point at them. You are a good thumbs up. Okay, you good driver. Okay, with the two hands. Okay, you point, thumbs up for good, and then driver with the hands, with the two hands. You're a good driver. And they know the reason that I'm saying that is because they had the Baconator in their hand with the wrapper in front of the face. They know what the reason is. So if somebody is coming in, and
as you don't take your eyes off them, as you're swerving into 3 lanes of traffic,
I might get
as
shot.
You're reprimanding them, you got two wheels on the rumble strip, as you're like,
no.
You're driving by braille as you're bouncing into the median.
No, that's not my move. My move is, and you would avoid this because you're the kind of guy who, you're a small guy, 6'6", 270. Okay? You avoid confrontation. My favorite thing on the world is to be able to pull up next to those people at the red light. My favorite move is when my wife is in the passenger seat and I roll the window down for her. And she's like, what are you doing? But I'll give a little bump bump, and I wait for him to look up, and the girl will inevitably look up from the bejeweled case, bewildered. Like I'm the first person to ever.
It's Bedazzled. Bejeweled is the video game.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, get it right, man.
Sorry, bedazzled. And she's bewildered. Bejeweled, bedazzled, bewildered 17, 19-year-old gal up at the University of Utah looks up like, somebody else is on the road? I
had no idea.
Look at me. Eye contact
a family
happens.
Of 5.
And then I do this. It's the universal sign for let's improve lives, and it is the hang up the phone move. It's next to your face, but it works for everything. Every kid knows what it means.
Yep.
Even if they're holding a smartphone, you've never hung a phone up like this anymore in the last 15 years. When was the last time you did it?
Never.
But everybody knows.
Right.
The hang loose sign up to the side of my face is an old school phone. I take it away, and I put it on the dash because you are ruining other people's lives.
I love it.
When you don't put the phone down. And that's the thing.
I'm in
Actually
on this.
saw a lady
I'm going to change. I'm going to have a story. I'm going to have a story for you in incorporating your beliefs. The hang loose, hang up the phone that no one's ever seen before. Hanging up the phone. I'm going to do that.
All right.
Or the you good driver.
You a good driver.